Okay guys, we're back. This is the graphing part of the final exam. These graphs are super simple. Basically, I just want to see that you know how to graph an absolute value function, a linear, quadratic, exponential, easy stuff. Now, one thing to know about graphing, if you ever really completely forget what to do, always create a table and plug in values, and that will give you the general look and feel of the function. Okay, so for these, we know that these are absolute value functions. Okay, if I want to find the vertex of this particular function, that's absolute value functions look like V's, right? If I want to find that vertex, there's a very easy way to do that. The first thing you do is you find what's called the axis of symmetry. And the axis of symmetry is the line where the vertex is on. It's always going to be on the same place. And in order to find the axis of symmetry, you're going to let this in here, inside the function, be 0 and solve for x. So 3x plus 4 equals 0. 3x equals negative 4. X equals negative 4/3. That is the line that is your axis of symmetry. And that is also where your vertex is going to be. So negative 4/3 is negative 1.333333. So it is about here. Again, we are just guessing here, estimating, because there's really no way I can get that exact. But that is your axis of symmetry. So very, very close to x equals negative 1. Just a smidgen past negative 1. Now, because there's nothing out here, remember the vertex form of this absolute value function. If you remember back in the day, the k out here would be the movement up or down, and there is no k. It's like if this was plus 0. So this means this guy is actually sitting on, the vertex is right here, sitting on the x-axis, okay? It didn't get shifted up or down. So now what you want to do in order to just kind of get a look and feel is really all you need is 1 point to the left of negative 4/3. So maybe, I don't know, negative 2. And 1 point to the right of negative 4/3, so maybe 0. And that's going to give you enough to graph this. If you plug in a negative 2 here, you're going to get negative 6 plus 4, which is negative 2. The absolute value of that is 2. So at negative 2, you are at 2. And if you plug in a 0, you're going to get 4, and the absolute value of 4 is 4. So you're going to be up there, and you have enough to go ahead and draw this. Okay, and that is that. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Once again, this one is not shifted up or down, so that's kind of nice. This is moved 3 units to the left, and there is a horizontal shrink by a factor of 1/2, in case you wanted to know. So let's take a look. What makes 2x plus 3 equal to 0? That would be 2x equals negative 3, x equals negative 3/2. So at negative 1.5, which is right here, that is your vertex. Again, that's also where your axis of symmetry is. case you want to do that. And we are ready to pick some points. So you want to pick 1 point to the left of negative 1.5, so how about negative 2, and 1 to the right, so how about negative 1. So if we plug in a negative 2, we're going to get negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3, that's negative 1. Absolute value is 1. So at negative 2, we are at 1. And if I plug in a negative 1, I'm going to get negative 2 plus 3, that's 1. Absolute value is 1. So here I have a 1. Give me just a second, I'll be right back.